And, if you think that people are coming to you and they say, yeah, I'm going to come back and buy a boat from you, and you're going to wait for them to come back, they've said that same thing to the other 4 dealers they've stopped in at or stopped in their booth at the boat show. And it's whoever picks up the phone. And I like to I like to talk to people that I see in a new boat just to ask them, what made you buy that boat? I don't tell them what I do, and just kind of pick their brain. And one of the majority of the answers I get is because this is the dealer that followed up with me, or they were the first ones to follow up with me. If it's that easy, why can't everybody do it? So again, we're pulling out everything we can to help our dealers. If a dealer calls us and says, hey, I'm trying to put this deal together, what can I do? I'll say, one of the sales reps will call that customer, and people are impacted by that. When somebody from the factory calls them, it sets a different tone. We'll do whatever we have to do to try to help out. And I wish there was a blanket way to do it all, but I think it's a case by case. We have some very creative dealers that are doing a good job, and they're doing their own incentives and doing what they can to move products, because again, none of them want to. The juice is about to hit again, curtailments and all, and nobody wants to be paying those.
Hey, Chris, we see this in a lot of the industries that we're in, and I feel like we're pricing young families and future boaters, future motorcyclists out of the market, right? You see it with Harley Davidson losing a sub $10,000 motorcycle entry. You're talking sport bikes now are high $16, $19, $20, $25,000, where, back in the day, you could get into that, right? And so do you guys have an answer for that?
I agree with you, Hunter. My opinion is yes, that is a huge concern. As a dad who has a 24-year-old that just graduated college and is living in my basement with his fiance, and he's making really good money. He's got a great job, but I feel sorry for him. He's in a pickle because everything's so expensive, and obviously boating has become expensive, but everything is. And I look at him, and he is the perfect person that I would think would be an eventual boater. I just don't know when he's ever going to be able to get there, based on the cost he's going to have to pay for everything else, let alone a toy, to use on the weekends. That's $100,000. And it's a struggle, and it's something we talk about on a regular basis.